conflict can happen in a variety of ways. However, this volume is focusing on two common and very serious types: competitive/domineering attitudes and personality clashes. Pace stated that when managed effectively, conflict can increase creativity and productivity. However, research has also revealed that more often than not, conflict is extremely expensive to businesses due to wasting time, loss of employees, reduction in job motivation, health costs, and legal expenses. An estimated £24 billion is lost every year as a result of conflict in the workplace, with a further study by the CIPD revealing that an average organisation develops more than 12 days in HR and management a year in managing disciplinary.
Cultural diversity affects the workplace in numerous ways. Negative effects could include miscommunication, creation of barriers, and dysfunctional adaptation behaviors. On the other hand, the positive effects include building knowledge on in-house talent, which can make smoother integration of the organization into foreign cultures.
Interpersonal conflicts in the workplace are defined as disagreements, differences, or incompatibility between an individual and his/her superiors, subordinates, or peers.
This scenario aims to explore two candidates up for promotion and how some may act unprofessionally or use conflict as a means of getting ahead.
Come in.
Good morning, Mr. Granville.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you? Morning, Mr. Granville.
Right. I requested this meeting today because you're both running for the position of sales director, and there's not much else to say. You'll hear the results in a week. Good luck.
In this scene, it is clear both candidates are very competitive and an issue may soon arise. Thomas Kilman's conflict mode instrument would refer to this as competitive conflict. This is where both candidates believe that they are in a higher position of power compared to the other and believe that the opportunity for promotion should be theirs as a result of their experience and status. Both candidates aim to use this to their advantage by trying to persuade the managing director. It is important that these types of behaviour are avoided, and at the initial discussion where they were informed of the position, the guidelines are set in place.
That you're the two people in the running for the new position that's opened up of sales director. It's just the two of you, and only one of you is going to get the job. But only considering previous experience at the firm, your qualifications, anything you've done with us, anything you did before. So whatever you do going forward, it's not going to count to this. So I just wanted to let you know. Any questions, get to my secretary or myself, and good luck.
If candidates are correctly informed of this, it could prevent conflict before it happens.
To assess a candidate properly, Sorts and Brown have also suggested that decisions should be based on an integrated view of the candidates, based on various perspectives held by other people who have worked with them throughout his or her career.
If candidates believe that selection has not taken place fairly, this may cause greater upheaval and conflict within the workplace.
Come in.
Excuse me, Mr. Granville.
Hi Anna, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
So this folder contains all the work I've done for this week and also some preparation for the next week and some projections for the company.
Oh, fantastic.
Just wanted to give that to you.
I know, it's brilliant. This will be very helpful in looking at who is going to get that promotion.
That's great. What do you think you're doing? Well, nothing that concerns you. I was just giving some extra work I've done.
It does concern me. You're just trying to upstage me and get that promotion, aren't you? No one upstages me. I'll show you.
Candidate A has increased the level of competition, therefore has resulted in a conflict. A study from Sills and Wheeler found that individuals seek to compare themselves to affirm their position and their own competencies. This is known as the social comparison theory. To complement this theory, Davidson has developed 3 factors of resolving conflict, which are aimed to evaluate and eventually resolve conflict should it arise in the workplace. For example, competitive attitudes, where managers should be assessing the following: the parties involved in the conflict, the issues relating to the conflict, what the interests are of the parties involved. After assessing these qualities, it is important that the manager steps in as soon as possible to stop the conflict from escalating. This may include having a word with the employees involved in the conflict, or, if this isn't appropriate, bringing in a skilled mediator.
Hi Tegan.
Oh, hi, Mr. Granville. I was just about to come to your office, actually, and give you these papers I've done.
Oh, fantastic. What are these?
projections, and there's a couple of reports and some other finances. Brilliant. Also, here's your favourite coffee to start your day.
Oh, fantastic. I needed that. Thank you.
The candidate is likely to feel jealous, threatened and angry, further fulfilling motivation for conflict.
After considering Davison's 3 factors of resolving conflict, it is now appropriate for the manager to step in due to witnessing an argument and seeing a retaliation in the form of a competitive conflict.
The managing director in this scenario should abide by Whittemore's continuum of conflict management and approach the situation gently and informally to prevent further disagreements due to the parties involved feeling as if they are being told off or punished.
It is suggested that the managing director goes on to explain how conflict is not the appropriate way to get ahead, and that due to them both having a competitive nature, they should attempt to work together more.
Personality clashes are situations in which 2 members of staff have an unreasonable issue with each other. This can be reciprocal or just one way. These can be caused by a number of different situations. Competition which has gotten out of control, perceived inequalities, sexual harassment, and long-standing grudges, to name a few. Symptoms of a personality clash vary heavily. They range from tantrums and crying, rumour spreading, or refusal to cooperate, right up to threats, physical violence, and vandalism. You may remember earlier that Anna and Tegan were running up against each other for a promotion. In the end, Anna secured the promotion, much to Tegan's displeasure. We will now see how Tegan handles this news badly by forming a personal vendetta against Anna.
I can't believe Anna got that promotion. She's so fake with everyone and she's so unprofessional. I went to uni with her and I know that's exactly not what she was like.
I know, right? I bet she's been spending some extra hour shifts with the manager. What a bitch.
If this issue is not sorted out, it will escalate and could result in the decreased performance of the blamed candidate. However, for a manager to intervene, it requires the manager to take a reasonable approach and to follow some guidelines.
I heard you've been spreading rumours about me. You are a disgrace to your family, to yourself, and to this company. Get out! You're fired!
I didn't do it!
No explanations! Leave and never darken my doorstep again.
Fine.
A manager should listen to both sides and not jump to conclusions. They should also only bring in termination as a last resort or for incredibly serious behaviour. Acting in this way could lead to an unfair dismissal.
I've heard some rumours about Anna and I, and they seem to lead back to you.
I wouldn't do something like that. I think what's happened is Isadora taken my words out of context, and all I basically said was that Anna didn't deserve that promotion, and I did.
Well, I'm afraid I think the promotion was fair. However, I'm concerned about the rivalry that seems to have emerged between you and Anna. It needs to be sorted out. It's not healthy and it's not going to help the company at all. Both of you need to be at your best to be delivering the work that I expect from you.
You're right. I'm sorry. I think I just let my emotions get the better of me.
The manager should encourage workers to try settle conflicts on their own before bringing them to a supervisor. Separate the distributing parties where necessary. Urge employees to consider how they say things as well as what they say. Provide formal anger management or conflict resolution training as needed. Deal with the unacceptable behaviour of the disputants, not with their personality or character. Managers should not do a number of other things, however. Do not assume problems related to employee personality clashes will go away. Do not look the other way or wait too long to step in. Do not take sides. Whether you do, you make at least one serious enemy. Don't spend much time trying to fix blame. Resolution requires moving forward. Don't threaten the worrying parties like children, even if they act like it. Don't force the disputants to apologise. It may just humiliate and further alienate them.
Thank you very much for watching this interactive DVD on resolving conflict within the workplace. We hope CSC's guidelines and instruction with example scenarios have been useful to you, showing you the do's and the don'ts of resolving this common issue. If you have any further questions or would like to explore more areas of conflict, please contact one of the conflict solving consultancy team members who will gladly assist you. Once again, thank you for choosing CSC.